you could be able to close the distance on them, use the ejector to kind of throw them back, and you can focus on that target. You know what I mean? Maybe that's a different option. But as I was saying, those two options are easy for people to prepare against if they know what they're looking at. When it comes to Jawhead or Kaja, you keep your distance, you make sure you're waiting for that divine judgment. Once that divine judgment is done, you know that you can go ahead and engage. Unfortunately, we're still at a point where everybody understands Kaja, understands Jawhead. It's not a big surprise for a lot of teams, and everybody understands what you need to do against it. As we move in here to the second, or to the banning, the game 2's banning phase.
All right, they're taking out Julian here. I guess it's targeting some in Infinity. Somebody probably is a really good Julian. So
yeah, and you know, guys, I was thinking about when Private was talking about like the Kaja situation and other like pick off heroes potential here, and he is so right, because we are used to see a Jawhead in the AMER North. I'm not sure if it was in the first or in the second game, you know, the second day, sorry. And it is something like that, because when you are with the teams and you gotta like starting making the composition and say, okay, Carry or Eevee or Harley, so much damage, you know, but hey, where is the tanky? Where is the resistance here in the composition? And then the enemy say, hey, what about the Kaja? What about the like a peak of a hero here to end their funny, you know, to end their play toy here time. So it is really interesting, because when you get this hero so early, you know, it gives time to the enemy prepare. Like, okay, Kaja, okay, Kalia, let's spam tanky here, guys. Let's spam tanky, or heroes with mobility, you know. So it's not even so, it's not that easy to pick these heroes, you know, because if it were so easy, we were about to see Atlas so many times, and we are not to see them. We are not able to see Atlas, right? So let's calm down and let's see what is about to happen in the second game with the draft happening so far here.
Yeah, as we take a look at some of the bans out here, I'm trying to figure out, Azushin's been taken off the table. We still have Boxia out there now. It's very interesting to see the Julian. I'm assuming ZZ might have a disgusting Julian out there that Black Sense is just like, nah, we're just not gonna, we're not gonna have that here today. Pardon me?
I'm so sorry, I was, no, Boxia. Oh, Boxia, okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, because he's usually one of the first bans from a lot of these teams, and that wasn't anywhere on the board. So gonna go ahead and clean up with Boxia, looking for the answer here from Infinity.
Yeah. Now just waiting for the response for here for the Infinity. They have the advantage, you know. Maybe sometimes I was running like in the team's communication. If they talk something like, okay guys, we have the advantage, you know, so why not like taking something something surprising, for example, you know, or even the coach say, hey, no, calm down, let's guarantee the victory here, like easy, fast and clean way. So let's wait what Infinity is about to take. Oh, Fredrin and Chip. Oh, there's a good response here.
Yeah, I've always been super concerned. Go ahead, Xena.
Oh, no. I'm saying, oh yes, they're trying to get around the map quickly, especially having Fredrin and Chip, so they want to be able to teleport Fredrin around just as quick, so.
Well, yeah, it takes advantage of the fact that he's not the most mobile hero as well. Gives them a good a spread out on the map to the point that it doesn't matter where everybody else is. You have Chip. He's going to be the only person that needs to rotate, needs to do everything he needs to try to catch anybody, and then he can just use that ultimate to get everybody back into that ganking pattern for them. Yeah, I know. Hey, Charizla making a comeback. Maybe we need to go ahead and move.
He's meta now, guys. Note that in your notebooks, please. Charizla is meta.
He's been very successful. I mean, I'm pretty sure, is he 100% right now?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is 100%. With Hatsu yesterday and today twice, right?
Yeah, I believe it was twice already. It's about to be 4 times here, so very interesting. I mean, maybe he's moving himself up. He might, and I feel like he might be another one of those heroes that it's taken a while. He's been out of the meta for so long that not a lot of people are prepared for him. I mean, you understand his kit, but you don't prepare your drafts around seeing a Terizla as often. We've seen how well the Terizla performed if he can go ahead and get that penalty zone onto a Fredrin and just the immense amount of damage that he can do onto there. So I think that's what the plan is here.
I do think that, but then seeing that carry on the other side is scary because when I play as Terizla, I'm always scared of a carry because carry can dish out that damage pretty quickly, even though but Terizla's damage is pretty slow. So you got this fast carry who's going to dish out a lot of damage, and Terizla's like slow hits, even though he's trying to get his life back, he's still going to get taken out by that carry if she gets to that late.
Yes, you're right, Zina, but at the same time that Terizla had to take care about carry, we can say the same from carry, you know, because if like with the combo from like Flake and penalties on can neutralize this carry so fast, you know, can knock up carry so fast and can give the opportunity for Black Sentence the follow up from the damage here. So she has to take care about that. She has to take care about that situation. But Minotaur here, the last ban for Infinity, I think that they know something.
Well, I mean, it comes in, especially in the early game when you have, he would have kind of added a decent amount of survivability and CC to the team, especially when you're talking about a real world manipulation coming down, trapping the team that you want. Then you can have a good setup with Minotaur to be able to get a lot of CC. And it basically opens a wide pathway for Terizla to be able to come in and get that penalty zone on who he needed to. A lot of different bans that we're seeing here as well, but I hear the glue coming in for the side of Infinity.
Our last ban here, guarantee for a CC for a Black Sentence and glue. It is the fourth choice for Infinity here. Maybe, not maybe, for sure. Had it in the XP lane, but now waiting for the last two players in the last 2 years here. I heard voice, I heard a phrase that I actually don't remember that. Maybe can be a Claude. Maybe can be, but now let's wait for it. Assuming that there is still a gold lane and a no, not jungle. Is Baxter is heading for the jungler probably.
Upon the edge of the void.
It became roaming and the gold lane. Okay, no, Nolan is heading for the jungle and Baxter the roaming.
That might be a little interesting there. Oh, and then the Kagura coming out as well. Very interesting. I want to say Nolan not having a great winning streak when it comes to the pickups he's had in the north or south right now, especially once he starts getting shut down. We've been talking about it. He definitely needs to be able to kind of get that pickup in the early game, needs to be able to kind of keep up with a lot of those kills and keep that sustained momentum for his team. Once he starts getting pushed back, it's very hard for him to kind of be able to mount a comeback once the team starts grouping up and he can't just single out targets.
Yeah, mobility situations always coming up for Infinity. Once again, picking Kagura here on the mid lane. There was no Zunshin, and I think that they didn't want to work with Kami, and they decided to bring here Kagura with a very high magical burst damage, especially with this her umbrella, and with a very interesting mobility. But now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the lane of on to the second game, Infinity versus a Black Sentence. Here could be the last game for today, my friend Private, or Black Sentence can turn the game even and leading for the third and decisive game.
Yeah, this possible game point there for Infinity. I do like the composition that they have there, especially with the Kagura out there. Just especially when you've got a lot of people that are going to try to be clamoring around to try to take down the Fredrin pick up there. And that's something that can kind of offset it with that Yin Yang Overture as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Kagura is a surprise to me. Have you guys seen her at all in any of these matches, since even in North? Or is this the first time?
I'm not. I think I saw Kagura. Yeah, I think I saw Kagura in the first day. I just don't remember the game, the match, but I'm sure that Kagura appeared once in the first day of AMER North. You know, it is a very interesting year because he has ability. She has mobility. Sorry, the burst damage with especially with the combo with the umbrella, and she gets invulnerable with the second ability with umbrella, so she is able to get away. You know, so it's another mage here which is not as static with a high burst of damage, which can be fit very well in Infinity's composition.
Yeah, she's usually able to. Yeah, huge escapability, especially with that umbrella escape that she's able to do. Usually you see her picked up to try to offset very powerful marksmans as well, since the burst damage that she's able to do is pretty huge. But ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get right back into the beginning of this match. As Rico said, possible game point here for Infinity. Black Ascendants are looking to try to add a W to their record here as things are underway.
Yeah, my friend Private, let's hope for the best for the chat. Let's hope for the best here. Let's hope for the third game. Why not? But Black Sentency, Papa Dog. Yeah, I don't think that Infinity can, they want the third game. Oh, let's go.
Oh yeah, they're gonna try already. Papa Dog taking a very, very low. Aurora gonna go up there, be able to get that scoop up that gold minion for them. But man, Rusi on this glue is gonna be a big problem for Papa Dog. Papa Dog does do a decent amount of damage though, even when the minions kind of come online. The only problem here is that if you want to be able to get away from the glue, once he uses that split, you're gonna either have to use that penalty zone or you're gonna have to use that flicker to try to get yourself back underneath the tower.
Not thinking like this skin for Blue's skin with Patrick. Oh, here comes Midland.
Oh yeah, Fanboy actually takes a little bit of damage there, but I want to say, I mean, Chip is decisively tankier than he looks. A lot of people kind of like, you know, you see a Chip on there, you don't really think about like tankiness from him. But here sitting at about 50%, you have a little bit of a gank trying to come in at the side. Erwin from the side looking for the flank, does find a stun onto Rusi. Down to 50%, gonna have to use that flicker to get himself out of harm's way. A Princess Ramp comes down, down goes Papa Dog. That's gonna be a first blood for Infinity at the top lane.
A rat here from the Fredrin was crucial for guaranteeing the first kill and the sequence probably the first turtle. And we're seeing here the 1v1 golden, but now...
Ooh, yeah, another kill for the side of Infinity. That's going to bring them up to 0-2 with a turtle in pocket.
Yeah, it's a very nice combo, right? 2 kills plus a total. Yeah, everything was right for Infinity so far. But now we're seeing a Black Sentence. They have to do something, especially in the early game here. We're seeing the first items working on the boost, especially to like get this movement speed in favor. Okay.
Ooh, we do. You go in with the teleport immediately, and they find Erwin. The entire team goes in for that teleport. Big put up there by a Fanboy to be able to find that angle underneath the jungle. That's just what you get with the value from having a Chip on your team.
No orange buff for Aurora here while he was trying to do something in the top side, but it was very difficult because he is a Rusi, he's a glue, so he doesn't die so easily. But now, once again, we have Fanboy here on the top side with Kagura and Fredrin. Is Infinity here trying to being so proactive so far in the very early game here, Pravit?
Oh yeah, and I just realized that Erwin is playing the tank role as a Boxia when usually we've been seeing him as the jungler. Oh, a penalty, so just misses for Papa Dog. He even used his flicker, and that is unfortunate because that's going to be spell and an ultimate that is not going to be up for this next turtle.
Yeah, he missed the flicker, he missed the ultimate. Okay, the ultimate can be can turn back until the turtle time here, but the flick it takes almost 2 minutes or 2 minutes if I'm not wrong here to get back for Terizla, sorry. But now the turtle here, only 9 seconds remaining for the second one. It comes for Infinity in a very good situation to trying to guarantee the second one.
Yeah, Black Sentence just not in a position to be able to kind of go and contest that. You see the rotation coming from Papa Dog. He's going to be joining into the mid lane, while for the flank, ooh, Lionel doing a good job. Going to use that umbrella, try to be able to create that vision for his team to get that information, let them know where the rest of the enemy team was. But that's going to be a clean turtle pickup for the side of Infinity.
I mean, in my opinion, Chip is so overpowered. It's so unfair, this hero, you know, because Infinity was guaranteeing the turtle. Oops. Okay. Infinity was guaranteeing the turtle, and immediately he used the portal to defend the turret number 1 in the top side, while Aurora was trying to use the gold energy, like trying to hit the gold energy, but Fanboy didn't allow to do that. But now Infinity has the chance to take the turret number 1 here in the bottom lane and a possible team fight. Oops. Okay.
Yeah, it does look like they wisely Infinity. They wanted the tower. They didn't want the engagement here. I think they probably could have taken it, but the safer bet was just to be able to clear out the rest of the jungle, move on to the next side of the map to start clearing out minions.
Now we're heading now for 5 minutes and 37 seconds on the second game. The goal lead here so far is heading for Infinity, almost 3k ahead for them, and now they are playing forward. They are playing aggressive, dominating the map, dominating the jungle here, taking down another turret. Now number 1 in the top side here. Oh, my friend Private, I think that things are getting just a little bit complicated for Black Sentence once again.
Well, at least Black Sense is able to kind of get some knowledge of the map, kind of try to work their way around. They are able to steal the purple buff from Infinity and try to get themselves back out of harm's way. Ooh, it does look like Fanboy does realize that Aurora's trying to get away. Gonna get the stun onto him. Irwin on the other side, looking to try to secure his escape. Rest of the team comes in with the portals from Chip, but I think that's gonna be an Irwin down for the count. Another kill for Infinity. Zablot's gonna go ahead, put that into his pocket, and that is going to set up the next turtle for Infinity.
Yeah, this very strong macro gaming here, especially with a chip here for Infinity, helps a lot the team here to get this mobility to reach from the top to the bottom side so immediately, so fast, to guarantee another turtle, guarantee another kill, and just through can be the next victim. Or not.
Oh yeah, Fanboy's right there to go ahead and lay on some of that stun. In the mid lane though, does look like Infinity is changing. Big penalty zone comes in, lands onto 1 member, and the real world manipulation is out. ZZ's gonna be able to get out with 25%, but Zablotch able to put the damage with that speedy light wheel onto Papa Dog. Rest of Infinity looking into enemy territory. They were looking for that purple buff, but wisely Aurora held it inside that bush, so they didn't see it, didn't have vision on it, and backed off.
Never seen the items you want to get with the Demon Hunter for Claude, and meanwhile Carry here carrying up the Golden Staff and the Corrosion side, 2 items, 1 item ahead from Claude. But so far, even though Infinity is playing so clever, especially baiting the Black Sentence roaming, you know, because they forced Black Sentence to move 3 players in the top side to help Joel Crew, and meanwhile they were taking down the turret number 1 in the mid lane. So it is the micro gaming here working so well for Infinity so far in the second game.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I was going to say, too. Just watch as they surgically move each tower one by one by one. It's the 8-minute mark. We're almost down to high ground towers. You see the focus starting to come onto the bottom lanes. The Blot's going to use that speedy light wheel to lay onto the damage, and Black Sentence is powerless, but to watch them be able to take it.
Yeah, it's not a nice cube, but it was melted here, my friend, for a Zablocks in a carry. But now, once again, 6 kills here. Black Sentence didn't... Okay, they touched the turret, especially in the top and the bottom lane, but it wasn't enough to take down, you know. All the turrets here are still standing for Infinity. 6 kills, 3 turtles, and the goal lead here almost heading for a 7k for Infinity. So probably there will no fight back for this first Lord for Infinity Esports.
Yeah, and the unfortunate thing here is too, while you are behind, Aurora is behind on on this Nolan pickup. He can't even split push if he wanted to, because Chip can get around the map so quickly, and once he latches onto you, if he gets that ultimate off, the rest of the enemy team is going to be all over you. So they're confined to trying to turtle up inside the base, trying to get whatever scraps that are left over by Infinity, as you can see here, working their way through the jungle. Oh, actually misses that minion, pours the blotch. But they're only able to get like what's left over from Infinity as they work their way through the jungle. And here, again, the damage coming out from Carry onto that tower. Now we are left to only high ground towers with the Lord moving in up at top. Papa Dog goes in with the penalty zone, but immediately gets lit up. ZZ again comes in with that Appraiser's Wrath. Sky able to return to favor, finds a kill onto Infinity. Lord comes in, does charge into that top tower, but now Infinity going to look to disengage.
Yeah, ZZ here is taken down, but it gives time for Infinity to take down the tower on the top side. Also, only the high ground now for a Black Sentence. It's 7-1, which is not a good score for us in Brazil, because it takes us bad memories in the World Cup. Never mind. But here... Yeah, we have a meme from 7-1, you know? Every time that we see 7-1, say, no, not again, 7-1. But that's okay. For Infinity here, it's very good. Not only because of the goal lead, but because of the zap blocks with 3 items now with the team on Hunter, the Trinity here, now to guarantee more damage for Carry, which we know for the late game is going to be a piece of cake for Zablets here. But not only for him, but Ruse is playing so well. ZZ with the Fredring to getting the resistance and to buy more time in the team fights, and we cannot forget a fanboy here with Chip with this global presence in the entire map, you know. So it gives us no chance for a Black Sentence to split push. It gives no chance for Black Sentence to try some pick off, because fanboy is always aware about this about that situation, you know? So it brings a back for it. Infinity here has all the chances to finish the second game.
Yeah, I mean, you already saw that they just getting that Trinity build up on Zablotch. And so he was doing all of that damage to the tower without the Trinity build. He just got that online now. So what does that mean for the future, for some future fights that we're about to have with this team?
Yes. Infinity has been doing amazing this round. I've seen them basically take over the map, take over all objectives by the 8-minute mark. They were still doing that, and the other team finally got a kill a little later down, around about like 9-10 minutes, right?
Yeah, I think it's something like that, you know. But it's a very good situation for Infinity. They had all the chances here to finish the game. I think that they have to do so many mistakes here, you know, to lose this game so far, because all I can see that Infinity just playing forward, you know, just guarantee another Lord to secure this second game. So a Black Sentence here they have to do some magic tricks here to reverse that situation so far.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I'm trying to figure out, like, if there is a winning condition for the team right now. But you're looking about, I want to say about a 7K gold lead by Infinity, and that lead just keeps on expanding. They just don't, like I said, there's very little answers that Infinity hasn't really spoken for. Even trying to get the jump on them, waiting inside bushes to maybe get a jump on them. You have Lionel on this Kagura who can just use that umbrella to get vision before the team even goes in there. You see there, she was able to kind of use it on that pixel bush by the enemy wall there as well. So I mean, and then trying to split push with the Nolan, you're gonna get picked off by a Chip and the rest of the team who goes in there. So it's gonna be very hard now with 5 seconds left on this next Lord.
Now you got Lionel, for example, from the Kagura with no kills, but only his presence is still enough to zone the players out. But now another Lord, It's gonna be a fight back.
Yeah, at 50%, but Aurora just not in a position to even be able to contest this, and that is going to be another clean lore picked up for Infinity. They look for maybe to find themselves an engagement, but Black Sentence is very quick to try to find themselves an escape. Aurora actually tried to go for his purple buff, but Infinity was right there, immediately tried to close the distance on that, and that's going to be more jungle refused to Black Sentence.
Yeah, there's actually no purple buff here for Aurora once again, and now they're trying to work on somehow to defend the Lord that is heading on the top side here. Maybe to give a tackle on the turret, the turret number 3 to guarantee the super minions, while the rest of the teams of Infinity is trying to synchronize the winning race, but also probably here some kind of engage in the turret number 3, maybe. No, only like focus to take down.
Yeah, you can see them splitting up the priority here. Minions at the bottom, Lord up at the top, spreading Black Sentence thin as possible. Only about 25% left onto that top turret. Minions starting to come in at mid again. Wondering if Infinity has what it takes to kind of try to push into this and engage here. Still doing a good job of trying to clean. Oh, I was going to say, doing a good job of cleaning it up, but I forgot about the speedy light wheel of Zablotch, who comes in and absolutely decimates that turret. Oh, Joel Cruel on the back end is going to try to use that Blazing Duet to try to clear out some of these minions. The Prager's Wrath comes down. Lionel able to find a kill onto Irwin. That's going to be one down for the side of Black Sense. The rest of Infinity looking for a disengagement as Fanboy very low.
Finally, the first kill here for Lionel after 40 minutes of game. But I'm just joking here because Kagura is being very, it's being very crucial for the second game. But now, I think that Fanboy doesn't care so much about.
Yeah, big engagement comes out. Real world manipulation is now trying to play on the damage. Look at how low she's able to get them, but Zablotch raining down with that speedy light wheel. Lionel finds a kill onto Joel Crew. The rest of the team very low. Immortality proc for ZZ. Irwin's right there looking to see if he can try to find himself a kill. Sky on the back end trying to lay on some suppressive fire, but you still have an immortality on Fanboy. Rusi on the bottom side, and this might be the end for Black Sentence. Infinity looking to close out this game at the 15-minute mark.
15 minutes here in the second game. Another victory for Infinity. 2-0. There's one thing that I have to say, Fanboy, you have to tell us when you're up to do something, right? Because you cannot surprise us in this way. But now here, 2-0 for Infinity, Zina.
Wow, clean sweeps across the board. This was a quick day for the tournament, but it was still really cool to see these new heroes being shown more often.
Well, I want to say that's kind of this kind of goes in tune with Infinity, especially when it comes to Fanboy on that chip. He was just as successful yesterday on that chip, went 0-0 and 10. So it's one of those things that you really have to consider when it comes to the draft, especially because we did see some I want to say some different. I don't want to say off-putting, but different bands that came out this time. But once again, Fanboy just did an amazing job on this chip.
Yeah, I was thinking exactly about Chip here now, because what Fanboy he did here was like it was very good, you know. It was awesome with Chip, always with the presence and the map, you know. And I did talk once that I was like, Chip is like an unfair hero here, because by the time that Infinity was guaranteeing the turret, like immediately Fanboy using the portal and defending the turret in the top side, while Aurora was trying to take down, but Fanboy didn't allow to do that. So Chip here was a very, very crucial again for Infinity's performance and Infinity's victory so far.
Yeah, as we go into these highlights, you can see, I mean, they had a plan. Papa Dog just was not able to kind of close the distance. There was just so much oppressive firepower on the side of Infinity that right from the beginning, you saw how well they were prepared for this Terizla. And unfortunately, Terizla, I believe, takes his first loss of the AMER tournament, kind of maybe proving to us why he might not be at the tippy top of the meta. Maybe not ready just yet for that S spot in the meta currently. As you take a look here, just the entire game from the 10-minute mark there too, they just were laying into Black Sentence. You're at a point where you're over about 10k gold in the lead. Even here, I feel like that was just a perfect setup. The real world manipulation was out. Sky was doing such a great job of laying out damage, but Infinity literally was able to stand under the real world manipulation for the entirety of that ultimate, and they still were able to walk away.
All right, and who is our MVP, guys? Our MVP is the Kagura, the Lionel, right here with 307. KDA was always there to assist in getting those kills. 61.6k total damage, 702 golds per minute.
Yeah, so the MVP goes for Kagura, the affair of Hayabusa here with 307 KDA, 61k of total damage when we are heading for the MVP highlights here, which was really interesting because we were talking about like Kagura's performance until like their late game. She only had existence, you know, but by the time that she was needed, she performed so well. So she guaranteed the kills unnecessary for Infinity to win the second game. So once again,